Hello YouTube, Dame_23 here and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. In today's episode, we've had a horrid draw in the Europa League. Arguably two of the favourites for the competition, Dortmund and ourselves have been drawn together for the quarter-final, and to make matters worse, we've been put on the side of Arsenal and Napoli. If you haven't been enjoying the content and didn't see last episode how we got here and what we did to Manchester United in the Carabao Cup final, go check it out, give the episode a like and do subscribe to the YouTube channel. As you can see above us, Galatasaray, Rangers, Hertha Berlin and Real Hippos is the other side of the draw. I will probably say categorically, whoever gets through this side of the draw, our side of the draw, is going to win the Europa League, unless Hertha Berlin pull it out of their culo. I really am hoping that somehow that dream Newcastle Real Hippos final does come about, so I can play my old friends in a European final. With that being said, this episode of course will be the both legs there. Ideally I want Napoli to topple Arsenal, I believe, but it will probably be us and Arsenal in the semi, an all-English semi with the favourites going through into the final. If we're as good as we think we are, which I definitely do believe, we should be able to beat Dortmund and get through. Dortmund themselves find themselves fifth, that is correct, fifth in the Bundesliga. Very much hoping that when we knock him out, Edin Terazic's job becomes available, because I will take this job at the end of the season. They've got $447 million in the balance because they sell and they don't buy big enough players. I'm hoping, upon hope, that this is a job that does become available at some point. If you have a look through here, there isn't anyone really crazy of note. There's some insecure jobs. If you're looking for Dortmund, it's stable in fifth. I'm telling you right now, if we knock them out and they don't finish in the Champions League, yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Obviously, they got through the league phase inside the top 8 without losing a game. They knocked off Utrecht, so we know how they've come about here and what they're doing. You can see in the Bundesliga, been a little bit better of late, but a little bit whatever themselves as well. Obviously, if you have a look at their key players here, if you go to the profile screen, it is, of course, Ardon Yazari, the Swiss international, 26 years of age, very well class, very good on the mentally and on the ball, and has okay physicals. But I will say this, if he's their best player, and we've got about 5 or 6 world-class players, as long as we keep it tight in Germany, we will slap them in England. And well, like I think with all the sides, as long as we get to St James's Park with the game being pretty even, we are favourites to get through any tie. With that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Dortmund, quarterfinal, Europa League. Quarterfinal, first leg, Germany. The BVD Stadion in Dortmund. And it is two of arguably the favourites in the quarterfinal in a clash that would be worthy of being the Europa League final. Obviously, we're only a couple ties away for a chance to complete the whole of Europe here in Glory Hunter, and it is only 7 seasons in. With that being said, if you do enjoy this episode, give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's go and have a look how Dortmund have got here. And, obviously we touched on it briefly, but if you just skim through to here, Utrecht through the group phase, that's fine. Players are in a very good spot as well. I just want to go through their transfer history because very much like Newcastle and AC Milan, it's one of the teams we have kept an eye on. They did sell Moukoko this year to PSG. That's a massive out. Obviously, Moukoko carving it up as he should be and being used a lot more for those that watch my Paris 13 Atletico save, which one day I'll get back to and finish. Moukoko we picked up for the measly fee of like 5 mil because he never played at Dortmund, which was ludicrous. Jacobo Mirabelli, the Italian that we actually sold there when we were AC Milan manager, has now been sold on for 22 mil. He never really developed quite into the player we thought he was going to be, did he? Donny Marlin left this year, but have a look at the people in the ins. 9 mil there. James Day is a defender that they picked up who looks okay, but like they haven't really gone and invested a big amount of money. Hence why I'm keeping my eye on them. They currently sit 4th. They're on 48 points. There's a world where they lose a couple of games and they might slip out. They've drawn a couple. I just think if we knock them out now and they finish 5th or 6th, I think that Dortmund job becomes available, and that's who we target, because that could be really Germany done in a couple of years, which could be massive. With that being said, though, let's have a look at our team. We're at full strength here since we last met in terms of the league and, in terms of everything else. We're currently top by a point after 32 games played. There's your recent form, etc. Since Villarreal, we drew to Villa. We beat, obviously, Man United in the Carabao Cup final, which you guys have seen, and we beat Liverpool in the league with 10 men after going 3-0 up, conceding twice with 10 men, but was pretty comfortable with that game. So without further ado, your team is Katker, Sailmakers, Morgala, Larox, and Merlin, Civet, Tisney, and Bellingham. World-class midfield with Brown, Isaac, and Victor Osimhen. We are world-class. We are raring to grow. For me, we keep this leg tight and tense, and then we go to England, St. James's Park, and with us and the Toon behind our backs, I think we will absolutely run over them and pump them in the second leg. Let's go and have a look how they're lining up with the team. They've got Koba Winnett, who's a fantastic keeper at 31. Walters out at right back, who's not particularly great. Sule at 33, someone that's getting a little bit older. Nico is still fantastic and still very well rounded. Sergio Gomez is one of the best left backs on FM. I've seen him look better than that, which is scary. Coffee Jeremy Yamamoko is a 23-year-old German who somehow has not played for Germany. With those physicals and very well-rounded mentals, a player that I would love to use on Football Manager. Ardron's apparently their best player. Very good mentals, to be said. Knuff on the right, pretty decent. I think he's almost better at wing-back, to be fair. They have an attacking midfielder who's a regen, who does look fairly well-rounded. They got Ragavina on the left, who's pretty good, the Croatian, and they've got a Albanian international who's already got 42 caps at 21 years of age. Yeah, he's scary good in Giuseppe. Look at the physicals, 5'9". The mentals are amazing with 16 finishing and 17 technique. That's pretty good. Byron Giddens on the bench. Mark Bark, the other name is Malo Gusto, for people that probably know the Frenchman as well. A player I have keep tabs on in this save, being French manager. But look, for me, it's all about can we keep Giuseppe quiet, and what can we do going forward ourselves being world-class. We have a world-class back four, we have a world-class midfield three, we have a world-class front three. I don't care who we play against in the world. We could even play against our former AC Milan side. I think we'll give them a game. And that says a lot about how good this squad is. Merlin on the ball here early, who has been fantastic. Sule will pick that one off, but only as far as Civet in the base. Merlin now finds Larox, and 3 minutes in, you just feel like this could be a Newcastle highlight. Tisney now looking back stick. Brown, Osimhen, more than a Newcastle highlight, should have been a Newcastle goal. Osimhen, one-on-one, blazes over the bar from what was basically point-blank range. You saw it against Villarreal, how deadly he can be even from further out, but being in front of goal really should have been 1-0. Very good 20 minutes here. We've had 73% of the ball, now down to 71, highlight here. And Gomez has got 18 crossing, but it actually goes to Ravinko, who probably should have done a little bit better with his effort. 21 minutes played. At the moment, we have been the better side. You do feel if this is how the game's going to kind of go, we will get more chances, and if this is how it's going to play out in Germany, how's it going to play out in England? Brown now picks that ball up. He goes back stick. Isaac heads, that's going to be wide. That's all okay. 29 minutes played. Still 0-0, but we are probing. We'll say we're probably lacking that final pass because we've only had 4 shots. Brown now funks while looking for Osimhen. Keeper came, doesn't get there, and Osimhen slots in what is a weird highlight, but it is offside, unfortunately. It is still 0-0. Felt like it would have been offside by a mile. But yeah, look, weird ball. Kind of maybe looped off their back of their defender there, their fullback. But anyway, 40 minutes played without a goal disallowed for offside, but rightfully so. Time ticks. Highlight corner, 45th minute. Against the run of play, there is a moment here for Gomez to whip a ball. And it falls to him. Top of the box. Their centre-back's gone for goal. And Nico's hit the bar. Completely against the run of play. Borussia Dortmund have a moment. We survive. Still 0-0. You would say they have had 5 shots, so it's been pretty good. But if you look at the possession and the pass completion, we are dominating this game. Got to tell them I am happy that we've been controlling the ball very well. 45 minutes like this, even if it finishes 0-0, I will be upset it's 0-0, but I'll be happy with the fact that they didn't take a lead to Germany. To England. Anyhow, Brown squeezes after a good save from Katker. It was their first shot on target in the 54th minute. Ball in backstick, cleared away. Tisney needs to get up, doesn't. And now it's headed away. It's not the highlight yet. Haas picks that one up. Gomez now. Knuff with a moment. Merlin, what a tackle. Falls to him from the tackle though. And now with Rukavina, with only their second shot on target. They've had 2 shots on target in the 54th minute. And one of them's gone in. And we're 1-0 down after absolutely being the better team in this tie. It is a little bit of a sucker punch there. A tackle that falls from a great tackle there too. But it leaves Kakri out of position. And with that being said, we have been the better side in terms of possession. But Dortmund have been breaking on us fairly regularly. I am going to go and get Frimpong in. We have Sito Makers already get booked once. The rest are going to kind of stay out there. I think this is a game that is definitely calling for a Smith Rowe creativity. So I am going to bring him on too for Isaac. The rest of them will stay as is. A second goal right now would be totally against the run of play. Kaká makes an easy save. I will say Dortmund, last 2 minutes, are starting to get into the game, which I do not like. Kaká goes long looking for Osimhen, who's a big enough boy to win a header, and he flicks one onto Smith Rowe off the bench. Big moment for Smith Rowe. Cuts it. Brown hits the post. Keeper was on the floor. He misses an open goal. If this is what's happening, we ain't scoring today. We're not allowed to score. Brown misses. Open goal. We're being a little bit FM that we have not scored at least. Nico finds Gomez. Do we ever go for it? Or do we just go, you know what, 1-0, I expect pump Dortmund in England. 2-0 down is an absolute detriment. 2-0 down, I don't think we win. And, well, we are 2-0 down. Now we do go for it. Wow, this is not gone to plan. Tisney goes in here. This is completely gone against what we thought was going to go on. Sergio's going to come on as a moment. Lewis Brown's going to come off for Sane. And there we go. This is not good at all. 71 minutes played, 2-0 down, and I think we've played very well. We've been very unlucky. We need to find a goal though. 2-1, I'll still take it. Play advantage, ref. Ball went in. Here we go. We need to find a moment now. We move to attacking. A third for them and it's game over. Sergio, Smith Rowe. Great ball backstick. Sane, good touch. Cross keeper hits the bar. We're not allowed to score. Brown's missed from point blank range. Now Sane hits a volley into the bar. Corner. Sane whips one. Morgala heads over. All over Dortmund and we're the team 2-0 down. Our XG's nearly 2 without a goal. 88 minutes played. Time ticks away. It's all she's going to write here. We're going to lose 2-0 in Germany in a game where, if you have a look at the stats, how have we lost this 2-0? Dortmund have had 10 shots, 4 on target, 2 of them coming in the same minute for the goal. And then you have a look at us. 20 shots, 6 on target, XG of over 2, 61% possession, 86 pass completion percentage compared to 78. We have obliterated Dortmund on everything but the scoreline. And now we're a team facing exile from the Europa League, which is absolutely ludicrous. Arsenal and Napoli have drawn, but there we go. That is absolutely livid. I want to have a look at the data hub here because I cannot believe that. Have a look at the data hub. 90% of that game we've absolutely dominated in the 2 little spurts that Dortmund potentially have had, according to the analysis. They've scored twice. Wow, that is absolutely ludicrous. What I will say though, YouTube, is we do have a game against Norwich. We'll fully rotate. If we get the first one before half-time in the second leg, I think we can run them, and I think we can get over them. I think as long as we show that we're real class, we can go and beat Dortmund by more than 2 goals and still win this tie. Let's go see if we can in the second leg of the quarter.